Ballerina is finally out in theaters. It's being marketed as From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. It's a 2025 action movie directed by Len Wiseman, although there's been reports that original John Wick franchise director Chad Stahelski helped reshoot a hefty amount of this movie. That's a very interesting subject up for debate. Last year, in February of 2024, there was an article that came out that revealed that Ballerina, which I believe was supposed to come out last year, was delayed all the way to this year in order for that movie to receive reshoots. Now, apparently, Chad Stahelski was so disappointed in the cut he saw of Len Wiseman's original movie that he needed to do those reshoots. And I will say that this movie does feel like it's been reshot and edited a couple times. There's a couple of time jumps, a couple of moments where things just kind of like jump ahead in the story, but it is not jarring. This isn't a distractingly bad edit of a movie. Now, I'd argue this is less of a Joss Whedon cut of Justice League situation where the movie's theatrical run is really bad. It's more like All the Money in the World or Independence Day or Back to the Future, which all got reshoots that ended up improving the actual movie from original cuts. And to be fair, it hasn't been proven whether Len Wiseman's original cut really is that bad. But if we're being a little prejudiced, this guy has only made 5 Underworld movies. I haven't actually seen any of the Underworld movies, so I feel like it would be a bit rude to speculate, but Chad Stahelski has helmed every single John Wick movie, and he 100% knows the franchise's signature style, along with David Leitch, who co-directed the first movie. All to say that Ballerina is a lot of fun. It's not a great movie, it's a lot of fun. It's a pure theme park ride. If this movie is 126 minutes, at least 85 or 90 of those minutes are pure action. I did not love the new Mission Impossible, which is a spy action movie. It's supposed to be kind of highbrow, have a really cool plot, have really fun action, but the exposition in that was just suffocating. You drowned in it. There was way too much. This movie is very bare bones when it comes to that, but it has really fun characters. It has this quirky, colorful energy that the John Wick franchise has always had. Because of that, this movie is vibrant, it's alive, it's fun to watch, and it doesn't feel so hollow or cookie cutter. Anya Darmas is so good. I mean, I feel like that is probably the biggest win from this movie. She's amazing. And watching a female action hero kick ass for most of the movie is seriously one of the most successful things this franchise has done. It's really, in a way, kind of a landmark-setting movie. This is a Hollywood blockbuster where we have a female protagonist just kicking ass the whole movie, taking names, and it really isn't distracting. There's no Charlie's Angels or Captain Marvel situation where the hero is distractingly overpowered, where there's tons of lines thrown in about female power or, trying to almost politicize it. This is just fun. This is just one person taking down a bunch of people. And we've seen it in other movies, but it's very refreshing because Ballerina has a refreshing origin story. It's not like those variations of Jason Statham movies, like The Beekeeper or A Working Man, where it's him doing the same thing over and over, beating up people, and we don't give a shit. There's a very concentrated revenge story in here. Anya Darmas plays Eve Macaro, who is going after the men who killed her father when she was a kid. See, her father took a loan from this criminal organization led by Gabriel Byrne. This organization is more of a cult. They don't let anyone who ever borrows money from them or joins them leave. So when Eve Macaro's father tries to leave as a kid, Gabriel Byrne sends his men after him and they fight, and there's this really cool action scene at the beginning, and they kill him and try to get her. So then we follow her as she's escaped years later. She's been trained by the Risco Roma from John Wick, and she's now an assassin, trained assassin, who is going out protecting people, trying to use her skills for good when she is roped back into finding the man who killed her father. And it's just enough to be very compelling. Like I said, there isn't some crazy complicated drama. Even the recent John Wick movies have felt a little more in-depth. And it's not like those movies are filled with very deep plot, but they feel very dense and very well crafted. Ballerina is not a very dense, very highbrow movie, but it's fun and the characters are very distinct. Gabriel Byrne is the hammy, over-the-top mobster. I really thought he was great in this. Ian McShane and Angelica Houston are great as kind of the, if you're thinking of James Bond, they're like the Moneypenny and Q, the MI6 type people who are behind the scenes helping our main hero, the guy in the armchair almost. Norman Reedus has a small role in this as Daniel Pine. He's also someone who tried to escape from this criminal organization and has been on the run, who helps Anya Darmas's character out. I think one thing that this movie also really does, aside from just being a great action movie that has a female lead and is just fun to watch, fun as fuck to watch, is establishing, I feel like, the first real official spin-off from John Wick. There was a series about a year or a year and a half back, The Continental on Peacock, that never really went anywhere. It was never really popular. But this is the first real movie to see if it can kind of exist outside of John Wick and get the job done. And I think 100% yes. Because if we compare it to these modern action alternates like The Beekeeper or like A Working Man, or even the shitty Josh Hartnett Fight or Flight movie which just came out, this has flavor. And I think the best thing that these John Wick movies are doing, aside from other action movies, is having really good practical action. Yeah, there's a bit of noticeable CGI in here, but the one thing they are doing is coming up with innovative action scenes. I mean, she uses a flamethrower, a hose, there's tons of blades and grenade choreography in this movie. It's just so much fun. I think if you are constantly doing fun, new, weird things that are entertaining to watch, and you have a great lead, and Anya Darmas is just really so great in this movie, I think you can get away with having a story that's been done, maybe before a couple times, because they're really filtering this world through a whole new lens. It's like a classic rock song, but the instrumentals are a bit different. There's a different guitar riff, different drums. It's fun. And that's really all I need from a movie, to have a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed Ballerina. Let me know what you guys think. This easily could have just been another cheesy entry with corny lines, could have looked terrible, could have been much, much worse, but this was a lot of fun. I was very surprised after the rumors I heard. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching. Take it easy, guys.